Thank you so much. I would now like to ask a few of our international friends who are here to just make some short comments.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Xavi, distinguished parliamentarians, ladies and gentlemen. Irish people has a strong legal resource in his hands. He received the status of protected persons under the 4th Geneva Convention in 2003. And as in the last year, when the occupying forces delivered the control of ISAF to the government of Iraq, there has been several initiatives and measures to downgrading this legal status and in fact denying the rights that the people of Israel has under the Geneva Convention. And then the attack came in July of this year. We in Spain, we have been studying the situation from 2 points of view, from the Geneva Convention and also from the risk of a situation that could apply under the status of the Genocide Convention. Because there are elements, information, there are facts that link this willingness to destroy the people of Ashraf as a way, as continuation of the willingness to destroy the resistance movement inside Iran in terms of physical and personal destruction, of destroying a group in its entirety or in part. And there are elements that show that over Ashraf looms some kind of genocide risk, real genocide risk. Then we collected the facts that were known. We analyzed that from the point of view of the Geneva Convention and the Genocide Convention, because the Convention has two sides: the punishment of the crime and the prevention. And the court says the prevention is an obligation to everyone, an obligation, a government we say in Latin, independently of the result. The result is not in your hands, but the action to prevent is in your hands, even if finally the outcome is not so successful as you are looking for. But this is an obligation. Then I went to the court with those arguments, with those facts, and last week the judge accepted its jurisdiction under the Geneva Convention. The judge decided that given that the Article 146 of the Geneva Convention oblige the member parties to declare its jurisdiction to prosecute a grave infraction to the Convention, then he got the jurisdiction directly from the Convention and declared the competence of his tribunal to investigate the crime committed in Ashraf. In 2 words, the international treaty overrides the internal conditions for exercising universal jurisdiction. So I think that the precedent in the Spanish court should be backed. I would like also to add that this court showed its independence, taking this decision against the opinion of the public prosecutor that said, no, you don't have jurisdiction, and the court said, yes, because there is here the Convention of Geneva that gives me this jurisdiction. But as you know very well, law needs being backed sometimes by force to be respected. I realize, as you have said that in many parliaments, particularly in this one, are backing the rights of the people of Ashraf in front of the danger, real danger that they are facing. There are already hundreds of victims. We have now an independent branch of the judicial branch of the state that accepts to take the case and has sent a rogatory letter to Iraq saying, tell me if there is a court in Iraq that is effectively investigating the facts. Because if that is the case, and we all wish that the Iraqi courts effectively investigate the facts and punish the responsible for the massacre, then the investigation will go ahead in Iraq. But if that is not the case, if there is no effective investigation, then the Spanish court will activate, that is what we asked from the court, the fact-finding commission of the Geneva Convention to send an international delegation to establish the facts and then to eventually take the initiative for prosecuting, sending orders of arrest, international orders of arrest, etc., against the perpetrators. So we have parliamentarian help, understanding help. We have already a judiciary institution. Maybe other courts will also investigate other dimensions of the repression in Iran. But what we don't have yet is an executive branch of government that takes similar decisions. And that will be certainly a big contribution, because we are talking about international law, the United Nations, but as you very well know, it's the nation state, is the state who is the engine of the United Nations. So if the Norway state can take this initiative and create this precedent in terms of the relations with Iraq and with Iran, I think that this would be a very helpful and major contribution. And I will not be surprised that this initiative could be taken in Norway. Thank you.